Card number 14 is all about how the aperture interlocks with the inside of the card. So I'm going to lift this up and show you what happens when we pull out the panel, push it through the aperture and create that pop out that we've got there. So the whole part of this panel here is actually free of the card. There's no adhesive on it anywhere. You saw how it slid backwards and forwards. So you've got a really strong design, but it allows us to have big surfaces to decorate, which is one of the things that I love about this. To get started, we'll need to assemble the card itself. So there's the first part of the design. It's been cut in one piece on the scan and cut. The next part of the design is putting in this panel, and it's only one piece of adhesive that we need. So it goes on that first panel that you can see there. Then we're going to have a score line. This one is going to fold out and the whole thing is going to push through that design. So what I'm going to do first is take off this red liner tape. Now, red liner tape, and we talk about different kinds of glues and adhesives all the time, is one of the most strongest bonds that we can get with a dry adhesive. It doesn't tear, you do need to cut it. The little pieces of red can be a little bit static, but that's not a problem. And it's a really strong product to work with. When we're lining this up, the key things to remember and look out for are, first of all, checking that this square sits well inside the actual square aperture and that it's even. That the actual score line that we've got sits on top of the score line, because that is where the card is going to pop. And that then everything else is level, so that when we stick down that panel, it holds it in shape. That's the result that we want to be getting, so that it is nice and cleanly finished. And this is where using the scan and cut, having the folders cut and the files cut for you so that everything fits perfectly, is an advantage of design. The next thing that I've got is I'm going to do some mats and layers, and I'm going to build these on top of each other. Now, it's up to you how you build up your colours. You can do tone on tone, you can do extra mats, you can put all of the elements together. I'm going to put my black mat on first, followed by the white. Using foam because it's on the front of the card, I don't have to worry about dimension inside and the card closing flat. This will frame the design. In there, just making sure that it's in the right place and getting the best result. So there we're sat with that in centre. This one gives us a very, very fine and elegant border, and that's our main panel. The next one we've got is going to go across the bottom, and then we're going to finish this off with a couple of mats and layers. Popping these on top of each other, giving us our panels for decoration. Loving the fact that we've got two different, very simple colourways. It's clever by creating the base of the card and having that as part of the foundation in contrast to the actual card shape itself, so that inside you've got some decoration. If your card's assembled perfectly, it will all be flat when you actually lay it out, and then we'll actually fold up and concertina flat to go through the post. Two great designs, lots of decoration, ready for you to be able to finish off and put on your favourite embellishments.